Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports. We've been experiencing some technical difficulties on this cold, blustery, windy mid-May day, but let me bring you up to speed. First of all, we're bringing you boys varsity lacrosse non-conference featuring the Suburban East Stillwater Ponies against the Benilde-St. Margaret's 8-1. Both teams atop their respective conferences, and now here are the Ponies with 5:42 to go in quarter number 2. Red Knights got off to a 2-0 lead, and now the Ponies have answered back with 5 straight goals starting in the middle of the first quarter, and now we had technical difficulties, and we now back up and running with 5:24 to go, and Stillwater, they're in the dark red jerseys going right to left on a now rainy, little bit windy, cold, blustery afternoon, but the scoring has sort of subsided a little bit. A lot of goals early on in the first quarter, but in the second quarter, both defenses have tightened up. And now here are the Ponies going right to left behind the Red Knights bench, up 5-2 with the ball under 5 minutes to go in quarter number 2. Now spinning and moving for the Ponies. That's number 18, Isaac Johnston. He has 12 goals, 10 assists, 22 points on the year, and now the turnover. And with it, bringing it up from the defensive end is number 11, Brady Marcus. Now, Jack Anderson. He got the scoring underway for the Red Knights with the first goal, but they haven't scored much since, just one. Down 3. Not something the Red Knights are accustomed to, but they are playing the prolific Stillwater Ponies, who are 12-0. And now they might be the defending champions. I didn't look it up, but I remember from last year, they may be the defending state champions. And prior to that, the Red Knights were. So 2 perennial powers in boys high school lacrosse in the state of Minnesota going at it on this cold, blustery mid-May day. Now with it, the Red Knights. That is number 26 for Benilde, and that is Ray Urod. He's actually on the JV team on the roster, but he has 4 goals and 4 points on the year. But now there's the turnover, and the Ponies break it out. As they muscled out with it is number 44. That is Sawyer Johnson, the sophomore. All the way into the offensive zone. And the Ponies are in business on offense once again. And with the ball on the near side is number 29 for Stillwater as he hands it off. That's Kieran Jones. And now with it on the near side is number 6. That's Anderson Wagner. 14 goals, 5 assists on the year. And with it now, number 4. That is Bobby Appert. Now Appert rushes in. I thought he was going to shoot it, but he gave it off to the far side. Now to the near side, the quick shot and a goal by guess who? Grant Geisey. I believe, and I don't keep accurate stats because I'm trying to be in the moment, bringing the game, but right there, number 3, Grant Geisey. I think that's a hat trick for him, and look at him with the quick shot, and the power on that is something I have never seen, and look at his excitement. Big time play by that man right there. Number 3, he is feeling it, isn't he? What a great human response right there on ParkTV 16 Sports. Stillwater up 6-2 with 3 to go in the first half, and they win another face-off. And if the Red Knights are going to get back in this, they need to start winning face-offs. Coming right in and getting it jocked away, and now it's loose, and Imes scoops it up. Good defense by the Red Knights. Now with it is Judah Johnson-Nixon. Lead pass to number 22 as he tries to break it over. That's Nicholas Capo. Capo, nice pass and a one-handed grab by David Langevin as he shows some speed as the Red Knights change on the fly. I look at the clock, 2:27 remaining. Now to the near side to number 16. That is Leo Gagnon. Now behind the net. Red Knights looking for some offense after scoring the initial first 2 goals in literally the first couple of minutes. But their scoring touch has been silent since, with 2 minutes to go now in period number 2. With it, number 17, Griffin Elliott. He has 12 goals, 3 assists coming right in. Gets deflected away. Good defense by the Ponies. Number 11. Isaac Sainsbury was able to get his stick to disrupt that rush by the Red Knights, but they retain possession with 1:50 to go in quarter number 2. Rushing in the shot by Vanderholte, and a great save by the goaltender, Casey Mork, the junior. Having a great afternoon in nets with 1:37 to go, and now with it is number 11 for the Ponies. That is Isaac Sainsbury. And the Ponies have possession with under a minute and a half to go in the half. With it, number 18 now for Stillwater, that's Isaac Johnston. Johnston being harassed on the near side by the defense, number 10, Tyler Kirshner, and he gives it up to number 27. That's Luke Geisbauer, the senior midfielder. Geisbauer now with it as we approach the 1 minute mark. There he is. You can see the wind blowing those jerseys around. 22 miles an hour out of the southwest. Now he rushes. Gainsbauer gives it up. Now to the top of the key. Quick rotation to the far flank for Stillwater. As they look, 47 seconds remaining in first half. Cross pass off the mark, unforced error, turnover with 40.7 seconds remaining for the Red Knights. They could use a goal here, down 6-2 in the first half at home. Clock still remains stopped as they rearrange the players, and with it on the far side is number 24, that's Judah Johnson-Nixon. Now to the near side, crossing midfield is Jack Anderson. Gets it ahead to Gagnon, number 16. 16 brings it behind the goal line as he retreats. And these Stillwater Ponies, their defense is just as strong as these Red Knights. Both teams are red and white. And now here comes Gagnon. With 12 seconds remaining, they got to get in position to get a shot off at the end. Here comes Jack Anderson. He's looking for it. He spins, takes the shot, bounces it, and look at that save. Oh, and now in the goal crease, taking a shot to the head and going down is number 1, Cole Langevin. And he is shaken up. There's the save by the goaltender, Mork. And there you see Langevin, Cole going down. But what a save by Casey Mork as they clear the goal area, and there you see the officials talking it over. No goal, but is there going to be a penalty of any kind? Again, just 1.2 seconds remaining. And if you joined us at the beginning of the broadcast, I was announcing throughout the first quarter and a half, but we were having technical difficulties, but apparently you can hear me, and there is the 22-mile-an-hour winds gusting in those trees. They look like they're dancing over there, don't they? Okay, now 1.2 seconds. We got things set. And with the ball are the Red Knights. On the far side is number 3, just between the 15 and the 20-yard line. That's number 3, Holton Vanderlinde. Looking to get one quick shot off here. Right at the tail end of quarter number 2. Fast-moving game. All right, now the referee outside of your screen. There he is at the 40, and now a whistle, and they let it end, and that is the end of the quarter. And we're at halftime. Our score, 6 for Stillwater. Benilde-St. Margaret's 2. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. Come on back for half number 2.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens? Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
Back to ParkTV 16 Sports, just underway here, quarter number 3. They didn't have the traditional face-off in the center circle. They started it with the Red Knights with the ball. I don't know if that was some sort of remnant from the end of the second half, which sort of ended awkwardly with an injury right at the goal crease. But nevertheless, the Red Knights have it. They haven't scored since early in the first quarter. They're down 4 at home. Let's see if they've got a different strategy here to take on this very powerful Stillwater Ponies team. All right, just underway, 12 minutes on the board. Red Knights have it on the near side. That's Vanderlinde, almost lost it. And now look at the aggressive defense by the Ponies, and they turn it over with number 11, Isaac Sainsbury has it. And the Ponies just dominating here on the road. Now back with it is Mork. Look at the spin move by the prolific goaltender. He's only given up 2, and he's come up with the good saves for the Ponies. And now keeping it in for the Ponies, and the Red Knights come up with a turnover on their own, almost. And Popane has it in the defensive end and delivers it at midfield. Nice pass right on the mark to number 17 for Benilde. That was Elliott. And now the Red Knights have it back with their offensive possession, their second one of the second half. The first one was interrupted by Stillwater, but the Red Knights got it right back. So 10.5 minutes to go in quarter number 3. I'll remind you, you're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast on this cold, windy, early evening on mid-May. 66 degrees, winds 20 miles out of the southwest. And now the Ponies, and there's a little bit of sunshine now coming on as the Ponies have it here for their first possession in the second half. And now the triple team draws a whistle and another timeout, or is that going to be another timeout? Lots of timeouts taken in this match. This time again by the Red Knights as Coach Giuseppe Palermo. He likes to use his timeouts. That'll come with 9:58 to go, and that'll give us a chance to look at the upcoming schedule for the Red Knights. I mentioned early on in the broadcast the Ponies are 12-0. Meanwhile, the Red Knights are 8-1. And this is the Ponies of Stillwater, their last game of the regular season. Meanwhile, after tonight, the Red Knights have 3 more matches before sections. So I don't know what the Stillwater Ponies are going to do for the next 2 weeks. They don't have any games on their schedule before sections. So a little bit of a glitch in the schedule. Meanwhile, the Red Knights are going to get to play for 3 more matches until late next week before sections. Kind of reminds me of the NBA playoffs. If you win early, you get a week off before you play in the playoffs, and you wonder if that might hurt the Ponies down the line. But right now, I don't think anything's going to hurt Stillwater. They look very good, and I can see why they're 12-0 as they have a 4-goal lead at 6-2 as we're following the timeouts. Stillwater has the ball, and that's number 27 at the top of the key, Luke Geisbauer. Now to the near side to number 18, Johnston, behind the net. Good ball rotation. Now back in an unforced error as number 6 went right when number 27, Geisbauer, thought he was going to go left, turned it over, and now Johnson-Nixon to the near side. Now the Red Knights into the offensive territory, receiving that is Verrett, and now that's David Langevin, number 21, behind the net. Red Knights have their work cut out, down 4 here early in the second half. 9:23 to be exact in quarter number 3. Now to Holton Vanderlinde. Top of the key to Jack Anderson. And now coming off the bench is Dylan Popane as he'll receive that ball at about the 40-yard line. Popane comes right in, takes a shot, deflected in front by the goaltender Mork. Ball loose. David Langevin was right there. We got a whistle, and it looks like they're going to give the ball back to Langevin and the Red Knights. Clock stopped with 9:03 to go. Here's that replay, and there's this initial save by Mork. Didn't know where the ball was. There it was loose, and the Red Knights retained possession. Back live underway. And that Jack Anderson to Dylan Popane on the far wing. Under 9 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Behind the net, David Langevin to Vanderlinde. Good ball rotation. Not quite as quick as the Ponies, I will admit to that. Now Jack Anderson. Anderson behind the net. Now to Vanderlinde. Back out to the near side. He comes in, spins. Good defense by the Ponies. Now Vanderlinde found a spot. He delivered the shot, and Mork was there to make the save. Deflects it out of bounds behind the net. Clock stopped with 8:27 to go. There's the replay as it looked like the goaltender Mork got a piece of it. And now coming right in, tried to stuff it, was Jack Anderson, and Mork was there to meet the challenge. Red Knights retain possession. 8:21 remaining in quarter number 3. Now out to the near side. David Langevin to Dylan Popane. Popane now, spin move, takes a shot to the neck. Gets it deflected back. Look at the defense by the Ponies. Number 9, to be specific, for Stillwater, playing well, Jonah Johnston. Now Popane comes in, goes low. Mark goes low and makes the save. My goodness. Great goaltending performance by number 22, Casey Mork, the junior goaltender. Showing great skill and nets as he denies the Red Knights on a great scoring opportunity. And now the Ponies have it back into the offensive zone with 9:39 to go in quarter number 3. And despite the turbulent weather, we got a little bit of sunshine showing up on the field. Crazy spring, summer, mixed weather here in Minnesota. It was like July for the last week and a half, and now we're back to April weather as the transition of the seasons is upon us here in the upper Midwest in Minnesota. 7:13 to go with the ball and a 4-goal lead. Taking his time is number 27, Luke Geisbauer, at the top of the key to the near side to number 4, Bobby Appert. Behind the net to number 29, Kieran Jones. All the way back around to the top of the key again to Geisbauer. Now to the back the other way, the quick shot and the save by Imes as he comes up with a big save of his own. And the Red Knights needed that as they are looking for goals after having scored too early. And there's the outlet pass at midfield, and Brady Marcus comes away with it, number 11 for the Red Knights, and now they are in business on the offensive end. But good scoring opportunities have been very hard to come by for these Red Knights tonight against this very powerful Stillwater team. And now Vanderlinde taking their time. There's all these substitutions, and you know, one of the things that is just an observation, they're down 4, a little lack of urgency. We wait for players to come in and out, and they are now halfway through quarter number 3. And just not a lot of urgency when they're doing the substitution. There's Jack Anderson, puts a shot, goes wide left, out of bounds. And possession will stay with the Red Knights. And that is David Langevin. Langevin getting harassed on defense. I say that positively. Peter Wimberger. And now back out to the top of key. And that is number 16. Leo Gagnon will have to recover. Gagnon now behind the net. Nice pickup there by number 17, Griffin, and Elliott. And Elliott comes up with a big goal with 5:34 to go. And it has been a long time since the Red Knights have scored, not since early in the first quarter. And Elliott Griffin finds a little bit of daylight as he spins around and he beats Mork at shoulder length to the left side inside that left post. And that is just what the doctor ordered. If you're a Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights fan, they have cut the deficit to 3 with 5:34 to go. Could this signal a change in momentum? But not what the Stillwater Ponies think as they win that faceoff. Number 33 does the honors. That was Zachary Longnecker. And now down and taking some abuse is number 18 for Stillwater, Isaac Johnston, and he still holds on to the ball despite all that physical contact. And now the pass inside to number 29 who lost it momentarily. That was Kieran Jones, and now the shot and a goal by number 17, Easton Abrams, and the Ponies answer right back with a goal of their own to go back up by 4 with 5:05 remaining in quarter number 3. And Stillwater wasted no time coming back after suffering that third goal. And now we're going to have a stick check, it appears, Paul. I don't know if we can zoom in, but they are examining a stick there for a possible violation. It appears to me. You can see them there. And I don't know enough about lacrosse to determine what a player could do to doctor a stick, or even if it's intentional. And okay, so that's what that was. That was a goal, and I believe Benilde, I'm just deducing this, Red Knights challenged the goal based on a stick violation. They examined the stick, determined it was legal, and that's why you saw the Ponies cheer, as that goal will remain good. So we go from 6-3 to 7-3 with 5:05 to go after a Red Knight challenge on the stick by the goal scorer, and now back to the center circle. Again, 5:05 remaining in quarter number 3, the face-off, and the honors by the Red Knights and Stillwater was Everett Abrams, and the Red Knights win that face-off. And that is Johnson. Nixon couldn't come away with it, but the Stillwater Ponies have it again. And they are clearly dominating here on the road. And now that shows confidence when you pass the ball on the ground like that by number 29. Red Knights do that as well. It's a nice little psychological move, I think, where you roll. It's like, we've got this game. Sends a message to the other team. It might also inspire the team to double down and play even harder. So you don't want to agitate the other team, but I think moves like that, there's a little bit of showboating. Not saying it's a bad thing at all. I think it's a fun thing and a good thing, but it can inspire another team if they feel like they're being showboated against when you roll the ball like that. All right, now Stillwater with a big shot, and Imes comes up with a big save of his own. Keeps the Red Knights within 4, and there's plenty of time left. Anybody that watches lacrosse knows that you can score goals in a hurry, and it's a momentum game, just like basketball or anything else. You can get on a run, and that's what the Red Knights need to do here at home. And now they have the ball, and I think that goal they got here in the third quarter could give them the confidence they need to make a run before this one is said and done. All right, 3:25 to go in quarter number 3, and that's number 3. And here they're waiting around for players to come in. And I know the Red Knights are used to being up, and there's right in front of the goal, his second in a row. Vanderholde finds number 17, Griffin Elliott, and Elliott now has 2 consecutive goals in the second half, and he is a hot player for the Red Knights, and I would encourage them to deliver the ball to Griffin Elliott as we go forward. That man right there, number 17, he came into this match with 12 goals, 3 assists for 15 points on the year. He's added to that. He's now has 14 goals on the year and 17 points. And back to the center circle. Red Knights down by 3 with 3:11 to go in quarter number 3. And there's the turnover, and it's Griffin Elliott. You know, anyone that's ever played any kind of sport, when you start feeling it, and right now Griffin Elliott is feeling it as he got that turnover, and he almost got his 3rd consecutive goal here in the third quarter. And now Stillwater still with a comfortable 3-goal lead, and that is Casey Mork, the goaltender, gives it up to number 6 in his own zone, Anderson Wagner. Now Wagner, and there coming off the bench was David Langevin. Now Johnson Nixon trying to scoop it up, ball loose, still loose. Big possession here, and the Red Knights come up with it. Momentum starting to shift with the ball, number 10, Tyler Kirshner, and we got a whistle and another timeout on the pitch. Not sure which team took it this time. Red Knights took another timeout, and I don't know how many timeouts each team gets, but the Red Knights have taken several already, and they just used another one, and with 2:36 to go, they're down 7-4, and that'll give us a chance to look at Stillwater's schedule and look at all those W's. They are 12-0, and look at the scoring. 16 goals, 12 goals against White Bear Lake. Roseville, 21, everything double digits, and when I look at their individual stats, it certainly backs that up, especially Grant Geisy. 46 goals, 8 assists, 54 points. Grant Geisy, number 3 for Stillwater. And he has at least 2 goals already tonight. So he's nearing 50 goals on the year. That's got to be some sort of record for Grant Geisy and the Stillwater Ponies, and one of the reasons why they're scoring in double digits every game. And now they've got Benilde, their last game on the regular season. Red Knights have 3 more after tonight, but right now what matters is there's 2:36 remaining in quarter number 3. Following the timeouts, the Red Knights have the ball. That's Vander Lindy, number 3, right at the 45-yard line on the near side. And the Red Knights are going to have to come from behind, something they're not accustomed to doing. And now here comes Vander Lindy. He already has an assist just a moment ago. Now David Vlongevin. Wonder if there's a design play to Griffin. And why not? He's hot, and the coach went to him, but Mork was there for the save as he matched. And now we've got sticks that are high and a holding call on the Red Knights. We'll give the ball to the Ponies, and play continues on with 2:16 to go. With the ball, number 9, that is Jonah Johnston. He'll give it up on the near side at the 35-yard line. There he is. That's number 17 for Stillwater, Easton Abrams, the junior. 21 goals, 2 assists, 23 points for that young man. Now at the top of the key for Stillwater. Still maintaining a 3-goal lead, under 2 minutes to go in quarter number 3. This could be the state championship match coming up in June. But right now, it's a non-conference matchup late in the 2025 season of boys lacrosse in Minnesota. Stillwater showing great efficiency with their passing. Quick ball movement. Very quick. Back and forth, top of the key, number 6, Anderson Wagner. Playing catch. Now top of the key, 27, Luke Geisbauer. Now ball loose, defense comes out. Chopping at it for the Red Knights was Nicholas Capo. Capo trying to come up with it. Now Johnson Nixon, number 13, trying to find a way to get it back. And now a whistle stops the clock with 1:06 remaining. Stillwater retained possession. And now play back underway. 1:04 and counting in quarter number 3. Top of the key, number 27, Geisbauer. Behind the net. Now to the far side, Anderson Wagner. Good defense by the Red Knights. Stillwater used to scoring in double digits all year long. They're only at 7. Shows the prolificness of both of these defenses and how good both these lacrosse teams are. Now, deflected on defense by the Red Knights as they force a turnover. Brady Marcus with the long stick. Can he come up with it? It goes out of bounds, and Stillwater retained possession as Brady Marcus almost comes up with a turnover. 25 seconds remaining for Stillwater in quarter number 3. Behind the net with it, number 29, Kieran Jones. Top of the key, 17 seconds remaining to number 17, Easton Abrams. Back to Abrams. Now behind the net, 27, Geisbauer. 6 seconds remaining. Will they get a shot off in time? There it is, and it goes wide right out of bounds. Clock stopped with 1.3 seconds remaining. Stillwater retained possession with just a scant amount of time behind the net, the whistle, and the clock is at 0. No shot on goal, and after 3 quarters complete, you're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube. Our score, 7 for Stillwater, 4 for Benilde. Come on back for the 4th quarter.
MS is a hard one to explain to somebody. In my situation, it's very invisible.
It's a daily battle sometimes. How am I going to feel today?
Walk MS is like walking into a world that you belong to.
Happiness, meet with other people who have MS, have a great support group.
The idea of MS and living with such a chronic disease can be scary at times. That day is just about being amongst people and seeing the hope.
You see 3,000 people come to say, we're going to fight this thing with you, no matter how long it takes or what it takes.
It's beautiful. It's like a sea of circles, never-ending love, you know?
We need the support. That's our support group.
A cure is on the line for me.
For me.
For me.
A cure is on the line for all of us.
Back to ParkTV 16 Sports on a cold, blustery night in St. Louis Park, Minnesota. We're bringing you live non-conference boys lacrosse. We're at quarter number 4. The Stillwater Ponies coming in with a 12-0 record. The Red Knights 8-1. Both teams lead their respective conferences. Both of them are ranked highly in the state, if not the number 1 and 2 teams. And Stillwater has come across all the way to the West Metro, and they have a 7-4 lead as we're underway, and they have the ball going right to left. 66 degrees, and the temperature is dropping. Winds gusting at 22 miles an hour out of the southwest. And you can see the trees dancing in the background here on this beautiful campus in St. Louis Park for Benilde-St. Margaret's. But they find themselves down 3, 7-4. Griffin Elliott, though, had scored 2 goals in the third quarter. And meanwhile, the Red Knights were down 6-2. And the Stillwater Ponies have only scored 1 in the second half. So both teams prolific on defense. All right, now back to play. Stillwater with the ball and a 3-goal lead as we approach 11 minutes to go in the match. Now top of the key, number 27, Luke Geisbauer. Now Geisbauer, 27 again. Gives it up to number 18. That is Isaac Johnston. Geisbauer. And you wonder if they're going to try to nurse this lead. No, they're not. Wide open at the doorstep was number 7, Aiden Sargent, the junior attacker. Records his 20th goal of the year to go along with 21 assists, and he was wide open on the doorstep as he got by the defense as they didn't detect him there, and that was a great look and a pass as they found him wide open, and now the Red Knights are down 4. And that goal will come with 10:41 remaining in quarter number 4. Back to the center circle and the face-off. And number 7 for the Red Knights does the honors. That's Khalif Brown, the senior. Last game it was Girton all night long. This time they've got Khalif Brown. Ball loose though. Red Knights need to get possession. They say that in law, possession is 9/10 of the law. Well, in lacrosse, possession of the ball is 9/10 of winning games. And there is Stillwater with possession and a 4-goal lead. Right in front and another goal. Big time pass. Number 7 for the Ponies. Adam Sargent, this time he gives the assist. This time to number 3, Grant Geisey. And that might be Geisey's 4th goal of the night. I don't keep good stats, but I have somewhat of a memory, and there's Geisey. That's at least a hat trick for number 3. And look at the wind as exhibit A of how windy it is. So 66 degrees, that wind blowing, it actually feels a little cooler. Hard to believe it was 84 degrees earlier today. I saw it, I felt it, and right now it's 66. And dropping here in Minneapolis. Okay, now to the near side. The Ponies, after now a 5-goal lead, they win the face-off. And now they are in cruise control here with under 10 minutes to go in the 4th quarter on the road. They're looking to go 13-0 and undefeated before their sections. And they'll have plenty of time to rest up before that starts. I don't think lacrosse section starts for at least 2 weeks. Probably even after Memorial Day, so maybe 2 weeks. Is it next week? I think it's 2 weeks for sure. And this Stillwater team might be the best lacrosse team I've seen. They are really good, and there's another shot and a goal. Spinning afterwards, number 4, Bobby Appert, the junior. Came in with 11 goals, 6 assists. I think he got a goal earlier. Look at that, 2 guys on him. He takes a huge hit and he beats Imes. And that is a very festive Stillwater Ponies bench over there, as they now have reached double digits again in goal scoring. And that 10th goal comes with 9:26 remaining in quarter number 4. And it is awful quiet on the Red Knight crowd here. They're not used to seeing their team get dominated in this way. But they know what they've got to get. what level they need to get to compete at the state tournament, because this Pony team, I'll be surprised. I think they did win the state tournament last year, and now they have the ball again. And those face-offs, especially in the fourth quarter, up by 6, makes it awful tough for the Red Knights tonight. Down 6, 10-4. Okay, now with it, Stillwater rushing that far side. Pass right in the slot, and the backhanded behind the back shot taken by number 27, Luke Geisbauer, the senior. A little bit of showboating going on, but that's all right. That's good stuff there. Behind the back shots, great entertainment. And now in the near corner, number 27, Geisbauer. Spins right, goes left, comes back, and a nice poke check taken away by Judah Johnson-Nixon. What a brilliant defensive play by number 24. And an outlet pass right on the money to number 0, Cole Langevin. Down 6 there, looking for some offense. Langevin holds on to it. Now he gets it poke checked away, and they take it right away. That is one of the greatest turnovers I've ever seen, only because he poke checked it away, and it was snared right out of midair by number 11 for Stillwater. That was Isaac Sainsbury. Wow, this Stillwater team is something else, aren't they? Now back in the offensive zone, under 8 minutes to go, 10-4. Up by 6 with the ball. As we approach the midway point of quarter number 4. And now to the near side to number 6, Anderson Wagner. To number 4, Bobby Appert. Number 17, Easton Abrams behind the net. And this Stillwater team is really playing well. And now, just as I say that, they turn it over, and look at the speed by the Red Knights as they rush it all the way to the offensive zone. That is number 2, Vincent Verrett. Flags go up all over the place as he draws contact, and that'll stop the clock with 7:12 remaining, and lots of reaction there as Verrett goes down hard. And I think there's going to be some penalties. You can see the referee over on the left side of the screen as the 3 of them are talking it over. But I already see, if you can scan to the left on the sideline, there are 2 Stillwater players that already know they're in trouble because they're both on their knees. So that's 2 players that look like they might be out for the Ponies, and I've never seen that. And maybe a 3rd is going to come over and take a knee. Or 4 maybe. Nope, there's 2 players, Ponies, on their knee on the sideline. So the Red Knights have it, down 6, 7:12 remaining in the match. We're in the fourth quarter. Red Knights have the ball, and that is Griffin Elliott, who's got the last 2 goals for the Red Knights in the third quarter. So if they're going to make a run here with 7 minutes to go, this is the time. Van der Linde. Now behind the net, David Langevin, back to Vanderlinde, top of the key to Popane, now to the near side, Jack Anderson, pass on the pass, Elliott hits the post. That would have been his 3rd consecutive goal in the second half, and he hit the post. That kid is really hot right now. Griffin Elliott, the junior attacker, hits the post. Now he's got it again. Give that kid the ball. He is hot, hot, hot. Now, there he is, Elliott. Looks for the shot, gives it up. Anderson takes the shot, and look at Casey Mork. Great goaltending. Now here, wide open. Rushing all the way with a long stick, wide open in front. He beats Imes. And what a fast break by the Stillwater Ponies. Number 16 to number 17. That was Wyatt Wells on defense, and he hits Easton Abrams, number 17, who records that goal. And now the Ponies are up by 7, 11-4. That goal comes with 6:23 remaining in quarter number 4. And if you're a Red Knight fan or you're a Red Knight player, this cold, brisk wind out of the southwest is starting to feel a little bit colder as the sun sets behind us. on this mid-May day, back to the center circle, and there is number 33 for Stillwater to do the honors. That's Zachary Longnecker. He'll go against number 7, Khalif Brown, the senior. And so far tonight, the Stillwater Ponies have dominated the face-off circle. You can see the wind is still howling out of that southwest. You can see it in the player uniforms as the referee taking some notes. All right, we're gonna get it going. 6:23 remaining in the match. And he just takes it right away, doesn't he? Number 33, Longnecker, and now a whistle. And a timeout on the field once again. And I don't know which team took it this time, but the time remaining is 6:18 to go, and there we'll look at the Metro West Conference, and there's the Red Knights. They're gonna stay 5-0 atop the Metro West. This is a non-conference game, but it appears that their overall win total is gonna go from 8-1 to 8-2. And they've got Orono also 4-0. They played New Prague 2 nights ago. We were here, ParkTV 16 Sports. We brought that one to you. The Red Knights dominated for most of that match before New Prague came back and made it a match. But it was Red Knights all day long. And then we have Orono at the second place. Then behind the pack, Chanhassen, Bloomington, Jefferson, Chaska, and Waconia. But clearly it's going to be between the Red Knights and Orono, and they do have a match coming up at Orono on Tuesday. And there is the evidence of the wind. And we're already at 8:30 at night here on this Thursday, May 15th. And usually the winds start to die down as the sun starts to set, but not right now, as those winds are putting those flags exactly horizontal. Okay, timeout over with. Still 6:18 remaining in the clock. We're underway, and the Red Knights are on defense as the Ponies have it in the offensive end. And that, again, is number 18 for Stillwater, Isaac Johnston. As they'll run around out there, and for right now, the enemy for Benilde is the clock. And the Stillwater Ponies, Kieran Jones, standing there at the 38-yard line, gives it up to number 18, Johnston, and they are in no hurry at this point to move that ball around. No reason to try anything offensively, lest they turn it over. But here come the Red Knights. They're going to have to put the pressure on. They got to force a turnover. And there's Johnson-Nixon, Judah Johnson-Nixon, and the bench of Stillwater wants a flag on Johnson-Nixon, and they might get it. It's Johnson-Nixon walks off, and he will take a knee, but also a Stillwater player will take a knee. So offsetting penalties against both teams, of course. That's why they're offsetting. That comes with 5:25 to go in quarter number 4. As we await the restart of the match. And there you can see the official. And Stillwater has the ball. 5:23 remaining, and there he is, number 27, Luke Geisbauer. And he is just gonna dance around here at the 45-yard line and draw the defense out. And why shouldn't he with a 7-goal lead? All right, now he'll move it in. Geisbauer, clearly the point guard for most of the match. Now to the near side. Great ball rotation to number 6, Anderson Wagner. And the interception, ball loose. So Red Knights try to come away with it, but recovering nicely for Stillwater was Anderson Wagner. Under 5 minutes to go in the match. Wagner to the top of the key to number 27, Geisbauer. Geisbauer will just dance around. Now he'll try to put a move on here. Comes right, then back left to the near side at the middle. Gives it up to the far side to number 18, Isaac Johnston. Johnston now, spin move as he go against number 22, Capo. Capo staying with him, but he gets behind him, takes the shot. Imes makes the save. He wasn't able to scoop it up. Ball loose behind the net, and we got a whistle with 4:11 to go. And the Ponies will retain possession, and we play on. Now with it, number 7, Adam Sargent right in front. Ball loose. Capo tries to pick it up. Capo does pick it up, and now an outlet pass to Brady Marcus. And he's wide open in the middle of the field on the offensive zone. Can he get something going? He takes a big shot with the long stick, and it ricochets all the way against the football goalpost, and Gagnon picks it up. Clock stopped momentarily. Now we're back underway. Red Knights have possession. To the near side on the goal line extended is number 17, Griffin Elliott. Elliott has the only 2 goals of the second half of the 4 total for the Red Knights. Gets it to Jack Anderson. Anderson gallops in, draws contact at the 25, looking for a shot, takes it. It ended up being a pass to Langevin. He turns and shoots, can't find any room, and that goes wide right. And great defense there by number 19 for Stillwater. That was Peter Winberger as he gave a high five to his goaltender, Casey Mork, working together on defense. Clock still winding down, 3:24 and counting. Red Knights with it. They need a miracle of goals here. Now, that is number 1. Popane. Look at the defense by Stillwater as Vanderlinde has to recover, as he does, as we approach the 3-minute mark to go. Holton Vanderlinde looking for some sort of, and he gets the ball and the stick. Not only was the ball poke checked out of his hands, the stick was. I've never seen that in lacrosse. And look at the contact there, and just shrugging it off and rushing it all the way in the offensive zone. Number 6, Anderson Wagner, coming right in and delivers the shot. He bounces it wide left, past Imes and the goal, out of bounds. Clock stopped with 2:46 to go. Ponies retain possession, and they move quickly on offense. With the wind in their face in the far corner, that is number 17, Easton Abrams. And he is taking his time, and you can see the blustery trees. They do look like they're dancing back there, don't they? That's how much wind there is. It's been over 20 miles an hour for the entire match. Steady winds. You can't even say it's gusting. It's just steady. And look at those trees moving around. All right now, and look at the Stillwater Ponies moving around on offense as we approach the 2-minute mark to go. Centering pass, no, they turn on it. Now the miscue, ball loose in the defensive end. Judah Johnson Nixon tried to get it, still loose. The scrum continues, still loose. Ball still loose, and the Red Knights come away with it, and they lose it again. Still elusive for both teams. I've never seen anything like this, and it ends up in the basket of the goaltender, Imes, and he's got an outlet pass, and he hits it on the mark. Now to the near side to number 13, Raphael Johnson-Nixon. He takes a shot, and he brings it into the offensive zone with 1:26 to go. Even though there was no scoring, that was great lacrosse action here. And a good chance to remind you that you're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. We're bringing you live boys lacrosse action, the best there is in the state right here tonight. And the Stillwater Ponies, 12-0, putting on a clinic, and another timeout with 1:05 to go by the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights. And I don't understand the reason for that timeout on a cold, blustery night when your team is down 7 and you've got hometown fans that are freezing in the stands, but they're going to talk it over, and always a teaching moment, never to be passed by. And there is Coach Giuseppe Palermo. Not sure what words he's imparting here with 1:05 to go. I don't think it's realistic they're going to get back in the match, but again, always a teaching moment. And that timeout, a quick one. Just a few words from the coach there, Palermo. And we'll come out here as we look at the referees huddled over there at about the 27-yard line with 1:05 to go. And some of the fans now leaving on this really cold, almost wintry sort of night. After that timeout, and I think the fans would have stayed to the end, but for the timeout. And all right, we're underway. 103, 102, 1-0 remaining. 1 minute to go. Here's Jack Anderson. And this is probably the lowest scoring output by the Red Knights, except for this man right there. Elliott's looking. He hits another post. That kid has 2 goals and 2 posts in the second half. Now the ball all the way back in the defensive zone, and it's scooped up by Judah Johnson-Nixon. And the Red Knights have it with 38 seconds. It's all academic, but can they get another goal to get some sort of momentum going into their next match? Because they got a big one coming up against Orono on the road, and that'll be for the conference championship as that shot was taken by Anderson. It goes wide right, stops the clock with 25 and a half seconds remaining. Red Knights still have it, rushing it from behind the net. Holton Vanderlinde gets pushed back, pass to the far side against the grain. Popane, who's been quiet on the offensive end, trying to weasel in to get a score, can't get it. Flags go up, 9.8 seconds, and the whistle stops the clock with 7.4 seconds. And I feel sorry for the fans. They're freezing cold here. And now a few more, not even gonna wait for the last 7 seconds. And what is happening here as we look at the sideline? Boy, a lot of red tape here when the game is already decided. Timeouts with a minute to go. Penalties called with 7 seconds to go. When it's 11-4, I don't quite see the wisdom in either of those decisions, but nevertheless, the shot taken by the Red Knights stops the clock with 2.1 seconds remaining, and there is Casey Mork. He had a great night in nets for the Ponies, and there is the final whistle, and that will signal the end of this one, and the Ponies are jubilant as they run off the sidelines to celebrate their 13th win of the year as they go 13-0 on the regular season. So, for Paul Broden, our producer, and everyone connected with ParkTV 16 Sports, my name is Robert Christensen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again. Have a great night.